Hey everybody, welcome to the HNE Daily podcast here at HN Entertainment. Every day through Monday and Friday, I guess really starting now, every morning you guys will get a podcast. So pretty much it's not bound by any particular, I can't even talk. I want to say specific, I want to say particular. I just tried to blend it together, it didn't work.
Particular?
Yes, particular, yeah. This is not bound by one particular topic. So pretty much we might talk DC, we might talk Marvel, we might talk AVP, Star Wars, even we could talk really anything, honestly, as long as it fits into the whole pop culture entertainment realm. So this is episode 1. CJ will be joining us hopefully for future episodes, and occasionally maybe we can get a guest here and there. But today I'm joined by Nick.
How's it going, everyone? It's been a while since we've had podcasts on the channel.
Yeah, really. I mean, I think we kind of took a little break so we could, schedule stuff and do that. But we're back now, and today we have a few topics. So if you guys haven't noticed by the visual here, if you're watching on YouTube, the episodes go up an hour earlier on SoundCloud. And also you get to hear the whole thing on SoundCloud too. So if you're watching this from YouTube, please go to our SoundCloud page, check it out. It's free, so it doesn't cost you guys anything but your time. And getting into the topics, we got Alec Baldwin playing Thomas Wayne in the Joker movie. Oscar Isaac, he's in the new Batman movie, it seems, or going to be at least. And then Guardians 3 is on hold, followed by Disney announcing their new streaming service, which is called Disney Play. So I guess let's get into the first one, right? Oscar Isaac reportedly meeting with Matt Reeves and Warner Brothers for a role in the upcoming Batman film. So Nick, I know you're kind of our residential DC guy here, and I'm pretty sure at this point you know the WB lot by heart. So what's your feelings on this?
Well, I like Oscar Isaac, but one thing that was funny is everyone thought he was going to be like Bruce Wayne. I'm like, I don't even know how that got started, because the original report from Omega Underground said that he just met with them for a role, and they speculated it's for a villain role. So
yeah, I mean, when we talked about this before, you said Hugo Strange or one of the Falcons.
Yeah.
If this is a movie, taking place in the past, and it's a lot more grounded, year one style, I definitely want that, honestly. I always wanted Hugo Strange in a film. I always thought that, he's a very interesting character, and there's different versions of him where he's either more psychological, there's some where he's more physical. But overall, I always thought he was a really interesting character. And with that being said, though, I definitely think the Falcons would be more, not more realistic, but more likely if this is more of a prequel, because one of the, popular versions of, the year one storyline, all that stuff is when Batman, basically declares his war against the mob. So
yeah,
I definitely can see, him playing that role. The only thing that gets me is that it's supposedly a role that, Oscar Isaac is really interested in, which makes me feel like it's not just a Falcon or anything like that. Unless it's the main Falcon, just because why would he be very interested in playing a mob character in a Batman movie? You know what I mean? You would think it'd be a role that has a little more flair to it.
Well, it could be Harvey Dent or something, because that way he could become Two-Face at some point.
I'd actually be really down for that. I'm kind of a big fan of reboots and stuff like that, not reusing supporting characters or villains that were in past movies.
Yeah.
So by that I mean, for example, obviously a character like Alfred will always be in a Batman movie, and potentially a character like Lucius Fox will probably always be in a Batman movie too. But I definitely feel they don't really need to do Joker again. They don't need to do the Riddler really again. I'd be down for the Riddler though, but I doubt they're going to do him again.
But the only version of Riddler we got was that goofy one from Batman Forever.
Yeah, but I just don't think they're gonna touch into the Riddler thing again. I think the Riddler would be a really interesting villain though. I feel like they don't know how to pull it off with the type of universe they have right now. But I definitely like, the mobster, Falcone. Like I said before, I think that goes really well with like a year one inspired storyline. But I would love to see Hugo Strange, or I would love to see a villain we haven't seen at all. Because there's a lot of potential. But one character I think some people are kind of looking over is like, is it confirmed it's a prequel?
Pretty much, I think. Like, all the major outlets like THR and Variety said it's gonna be a young Batman and everything.
Okay. So one thing that I kind of don't want to rule out is like something crazy like Court of Owls. Or I really don't think it's something like that, but that's a role that I feel like would interest someone like Oscar Isaac, because he's played, kind of that psychological antagonist, that villain in Ex Machina.
Yeah.
And he's played a few hero roles now too. Like he's doing Poe Dameron right now, which isn't that physically demanding. Like he doesn't have like fight choreography, at the levels of characters like Rey or even like really Finn. But I definitely think if it's a role that he's really interested in, I would like to think it's more of a villain role, because a lot of actors usually say they're really interested in doing villain roles because it's like a refreshing, thing for them. But see, I'm just conflicted, man, because we really don't know anything about it, so we're purely speculating.
Well, the Court of Owls thing could be cool. I mean, we never saw that in a movie, and like, it would be interesting to like set them up since it is a prequel and stuff.
Well, if they are actually going to make a Nightwing movie, I'm sure they're going to want to do Court of Owls in a Nightwing movie.
Yeah.
Just because for those that read the comics, you'll know that Nightwing is pretty well tied into, in the New 52 at least, pretty well tied into the Court of Owls mythology. But they pretty much make it so like all the acrobats and stuff at the circus were picked to become Talons. So like they can really do something there, and I guess they could use this prequel as an opportunity. And that would be a really good mystery, movie. Also, the mystery of the Court of Owls and their history in Gotham, and the more we talk about it, the more I actually think it could be realistic to some degree. But I'd rather just, if my money was on the table, I'd say like Falcone's, something like that, because he kind of has like a mobster like he could play a mobster or something like that.
Yeah, it sucks that he probably won't be like Black Mask or something, because I think they're using that in the Birds of Prey movie, but that takes place like current day. So
yeah, I don't really think I don't see him doing like a Black Mask character. I think he has the acting chops for it for sure, but I just don't think he would. Most actors aren't really interested in having their face covered for like extended periods of time like
the whole
that.
Movie.
Unless you're Hugo Weaving, who's
or
done
Tom
like
Hardy.
2 or 3 different roles. Well, even Tom Hardy, like part of his face was still, But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Do you have anything else to add to this story?
Hopefully the movie is good. I just want to like get more concrete details about it, because it feels like we've been talking about this movie for like almost 2 years now when he took over. It's like, just when are we gonna get some kind of synopsis or casting or anything?
Yeah, I agree. I feel like there's a behind-the-scenes tug-of-war we didn't see between Matt Reeves and the studio, because I feel like before Justice League and even a little bit after Justice League, they wanted to do a Ben Affleck-related Batman.
Yeah.
And I feel like Matt Reeves' idea kind of conflicted with that a bit, which is why like this movie kind of started with Ben Affleck directing, and then like he dropped out of directing. He was just starring and producing or something like that, and now it doesn't even seem like he's starring or producing. So honestly, I feel like it was a bit of behind the scenes tug of war, and I feel like once these new movies are going to be doing really well, because I mean Aquaman test screenings are being positive, and I'm sure Wonder Woman 2 or 1984 or 1982, I'm sure that movie is going to do well, based off of Patty Jenkins and how they did the first movie. I'm just thinking that now they're just throwing the keys at Matt Reeves and they're saying, do what you want. We're just going to trust you on it.
Yeah.
That's probably what's going to happen. And then James Gunn's going to direct Green Lantern.
Oh, God.